Hello, Jonty.
Hello, Charlotte.
How are you doing?
Well, I'm all right, but my blood sugars are slightly high, so I'm in a lower mood than I'd like to be, but it's the best I can do at the moment.
And why are your blood sugars high?
Because we had a lovely lunch at the Hook and Glove.
No.
These things happen if you're diabetic. I love the food, and I thought I put the right amount of insulin in, but I don't think I did. But we get there in the end.
Yeah. And when you became diabetic, you had to create new habits, didn't you?
Um, yeah, I had to create new habits. I'm full of good and bad habits. Since we talked about it, I've thought about it, and I've got huge amounts of bad habits and huge amounts of good habits.
What do you describe as bad habits?
Well, thinking is a problem for me. I have a bad habit of mulling over past events which cause me a problem and looking for a better outcome. I mean, it's not a habit I want to be in, to be honest with you, and hopefully I will stop it at some point.
That's overthinking, is it?
That's overthinking, yeah, but it's still a bad habit. Um,
Do you remember a time when you didn't overthink?
I can't really remember. Really. I mean, the last 30 years have been a little bit sort of like messy in the head for me.
Oh,
A lot of stress, a lot of I can cope, and I don't quite know where I was.
but if you think about habits, what are the good habits that you've created then?
Good habits. I've given, what you mean? Now I've cut down my coffee intake, and I've given up smoking and I've given up drink. Those are good habits. Um, I've
What have you replaced? Have you replaced them with anything?
not, yeah, I replaced the smoking with vape. I tend to vape too much now. Um, That's a bad habit, but I like it, so it works for me. But I also have my lozenges, so that I can stop vaping.
Yeah.
Um,
But you've kind of replaced them with something else that's in each time it's a bit better health wise for you, isn't it?
yeah,
And it's a bit more socially acceptable.
yeah,
So, am I right in saying that eventually you'll wean yourself off of it when you're
yeah.
ready?
Off the vape. I will definitely wean myself off the vape. I just at the moment don't really want to.
No, but they're like incremental steps that you've taken to stop one big habit and create smaller ones
Yeah, yeah,
to get to where you want to be.
yeah.
And I would say with the giving up drinking, you've replaced that with drinking water.
Too much water.
Ah!
I'm drinking too much soda water. But in fact, because of the diabetes, there's not a lot I can drink. If I've cut down the coffee, and then it's just soda water basically.
Or water out the tap, which you don't really like that much,
No, I
do
don't. No, I like something exciting going on with bubbles.
you? And that again is, you've created that new habit of
Yeah,
doing it.
yeah. But I created that a few years ago.
Uh-huh. That's good. And a lot of people, when they're creating a new habit, they might procrastinate, overthink about it, and look at it as if it's a really big thing to make a change on,
Yeah,
rather than breaking it down into
yeah,
bite-sized steps
yes,
and do it gently. A bit like when somebody might want to be losing weight.
yeah,
They want to start small by gradually changing the size of their plates,
yes,
because
yes.
they're embedding a new habit to get rid of an old habit. And so it's a gradual step and like change, if they're eating in front of the television or on their tablets to move to the dining room and no tablets, no TV. So they're focusing on the food. And that's creating a new habit
Yeah,
to get to where they want to be.
yeah.
So, do you know that a lot of people will say, oh, it takes 21 days to create a new habit? What do you think of that?
Um, I would have said 2 or 3 days myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's no evidence base for 21 days, and there's no evidence base for 2 to 3 days.
No.
It depends on the person, it depends on the habit. But
Yeah.
obviously, the
Yeah.
more you do something regularly every day, you've got more of a chance of it sticking.
Can
So,
you hypnotize someone out of a habit?
yes,
Is
yeah,
that easy?
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, smoking's a habit, isn't it?
Yeah, I
Vaping.
suppose so. Yeah.
If people are overeating, and I've worked with all
Yeah.
of these, stress becomes a habit because if somebody's stressed, they might have bad habits like reaching for a glass of wine or a beer, a cigarette.
Yeah. That's why I ended up doing as many cigarettes as I did because I was under stress all the time.
Yeah, you did smoke a lot, didn't
I
you?
smoked 80 a day
Mm.
for 30 years.
Mm.
A lot of stress.
But you've put in other habits to help relieve that stress, haven't you?
No, I'm not under anything like that much stress
No,
really.
no, no. But every day we create a habit or we repeat a habit that we've might not be that conscious of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're learning to drive, it might feel really hard to get your mind over the fact that you've got to move your leg and your hand at the same
Yes,
time.
yes, I'm worried about that. I've got to have driving lessons. I haven't driven for 12 years.
Oh,
And you know,
you're
um,
worried about you've forgotten things.
yeah, the foot might go the wrong time with the other foot and hiccuping a little Fiat 500 down the road and
But how long did you
smacking
drive
into us.
for?
How long have I driven for?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I've done a huge miles. But one year I did 80,000 kilometers.
Yeah, but
What?
how many years though?
Oh, since I was 17.
Yeah.
So 17 to 12 years ago.
So that's a long, long time, isn't it?
Yeah, that would be how many years would that be then?
It's just around 40, isn't it?
Yeah, 40 years of driving cars.
So if you think about 40 years of you doing something and did when you were driving, you most probably stopped thinking about your brain was telling your foot to go left or right on the brake or
Yeah,
the clutch
yes.
and your hand to move at the same time. You had created a habit and you could focus on the road. You could
Yeah.
most probably think about
I should be all right.
something else. Exactly. Most people they will go on autopilot on a long, long journey
Yeah,
and they realize or they don't realize that they're on autopilot as in driving,
yeah.
and that is a habit because they weren't born driving that they'd created. That's a good habit.
Well, my habit is worrying, and I'm worried about my little. I'm getting a Fiat 500, and I'm going to whiz along in my Range. I'm going to call it a Range Rover. I'm going to whiz along in my Range Rover, and I don't want to get squashed by a lorry.
Why would you think you're going to get
I
squashed by
don't
that?
know. It could squash me. My job is to worry about things.
It isn't really.
Well, that's a habit I'm into, and
So,
maybe we could look at some like hypnosis to get rid of it.
well, yeah, definitely. So what could you do to stop worrying?
I don't know.
To
Getting it.
think of a positive thing to
Yeah.
replace. Bring it in slowly. Like, what are the chances of you getting squashed by a lorry?
Well, not very high, but
No.
it's it is what it is.
So
But
it's rationalizing, isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah,
Looking at the odds and things like that.
yes, yes.
And then and if you did that more often, you'd create the habit.
It won't. I won't get squashed by a lorry because I'll be worrying about getting squashed by a lorry, and I'll avoid lorries. That's what I'll do.
Definitely. You avoid lorries.
I'll avoid lorry. If I see a lorry, me and my Fiat 500 call Freddie, gonna see a lorry, we're going to whiz the other way. That's what we're going to
Okay. Let's see how
do.
that works. Yeah. But when you are creating a new habit, you want a habit stack.
Yes,
Do you want to explain what habit stacking is?
you did at lunchtime. What was it?
I mean, Okay, so it's things that you're doing already. So, and then tagging something in. So if it was like you wanted to create a healthy ha eating habit, you can look at where you could build that in.
Yeah.
So if you're taking a break and you're having a coffee and a piece of cake, you want to swap the cake out for something else
Oh,
that's healthy.
yeah.
Or maybe take the coffee outside for some fresh air instead of having the cake if you're trying to lose
Yeah.
weight
Yeah.
or something like that. So you're swapping it and you're stacking something on
Mm.
it. James Clear has written a really good book called Atomic Habits, and you can actually, if you sign up to his emails, he will you'll get an email like daily on top tips or weekly. And that's really quite good on habit stacking. And he's got a worksheets as well.
Yeah.
That's really good. It's atomic habits. So little things build and accumulate
Yeah.
to get to the bigger picture that you want, the habit that you want. So if you are like a presenter and you are walking around, and moving up and down on the stage, I'm going, or just always standing to the side. So basically, you weren't doing the things that a professional presenter would do. You want to try and change those by changing the thinking, and maybe you'd get into a habit of putting a marker on the stage or something so that you aim for that, and then a marker on the back of the wall so that you can stay fixed and look around at the audience. Whereas if you keep moving around, you're distracting the audience and you're not focusing on what you're saying and you're not focusing on the audience. So it's doing little things that you get into a habit to help you. Um, you know, Runners, professionals, athletes, and that they will end up building in habit stacking.
Mm.
So the little things each day, like if you were a hoarder and you were collecting loads of things and you wanted to get rid of it, instead of looking at all of the stuff in one big go, are you aware that you've got your eyes closed and we're recording a podcast?
Yeah. I was just listening to you about this
Ah,
hoarder.
well, but you've got your eyes closed.
Sorry, I didn't mean to have my eyes closed.
No, so if you're a hoarder and you've got like a whole load of things to go through and you're looking at it can overwhelm you, the task. Whereas if you just broke it down into like one bag, spending 10 or 15 minutes a day doing something, then before you know it, you're getting on top of things.
A bit like me and the rolls then.
Go and explain the roles.
Well, I buy pack of rolls. There's 4 rolls in a pack, and after years of doing it, I'm fed up with doing it, and I take 2 out at a time and do two. It takes me 5 minutes, so it's not painful, and then go back and do the other two later.
And these are roles as in
The, yeah,
sandwiches
cheese and tomato, cheese and pickle, cheese and onion,
for
you
the
know,
for customers in the pub to buy.
yeah, that's right, cheese and cucumber. It's all they're very nice. Actually, on Sundays I do enjoy doing it, but not all the time.
Yeah, so you've swapped around how
Yeah,
you approach that task, don't you?
that's right. Yeah, you just half, do a little bit. You do two rolls, which is I can enjoy doing 2 rolls, and then I go back later when I've got 5 minutes free. I do another 2 rolls.
That's it. And what you've done there is you've changed your thinking about how you approach the task.
Yeah,
Did
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And it's using that same principle
yeah.
to help.
Habit stacking.
Yeah,
I was habit stacking my rolls. That's what I was doing.
that's really good. And if you're doing something creative, like cooking, drawing, building Lego,
Yeah,
music, reading, all of those
yeah,
kind of writing, they're all creative things. And if you can start implementing more creative things in your daily life,
yeah.
it helps grow more neuro pathways.
This is where you get the hippocampus, is it?
You're growing your
Yeah,
hippocampus,
it's
yeah.
growing the
So that
hippocampus.
the habit's been built. So a good example is a London taxi driver
Yeah,
has to memorize all of those routes and drive them on. And there's evidence there that they've grown their hippocampus. So they've created a new habit of how to remember things, and it's expanded,
yes,
and they've grown new neural pathways. So by doing the little things each day to learn, to repeat, helps grow your memory.
yeah, yeah,
And other things like learning an instrument, because you're practicing and doing
yeah, yeah,
sports, any
yeah,
creative
yeah,
exercise
yeah,
really help improve our our
yeah,
brains
yeah, yeah.
and help
Eh,
the habits come in. So what habit do you want to change then, Jonty?
habit that I want to change. Worrying could be a good one.
Yeah.
Catastrophizing could be a good one.
And what things, for everything that we've been talking about, what sort of things would you start changing to help you stop worrying and catastrophizing?
Um, ooh, that's an interesting one. What would I change?
Yeah.
Uh,
Or introduce, if that's an easier way to think about it.
I don't know, sweetie pie. What would I do?
Where you can notice when you're worrying
Yeah,
and what's led up to it, and
yes,
see if there's something there that you could change.
yes,
Is it within your control?
yes.
So what was a trigger?
I don't know.
Or
Um,
or it could be what we were talking about is realistic. How realistic is it?
oh, that's what I'll do. I will look at the possibilities of it happening.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
that's a good one.
I'll look at. I mean, basically, 99% of my worries don't come true, but it's nice to worry about them
What benefit do you get out of it then?
because you then put mechanisms in place to avoid the things that you're worrying about.
But they never happen.
But they never happen because you've put the mechanisms in place.
Okay, go on. Can you give us an example where you've put the mechanisms in place?
No.
Okay. Okay. So going back to what the figure of 21 days. Have you heard 21 days? People saying 20?
No,
No.
never heard that.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, the people talk to me about all sorts of stuff, but they don't talk to me about that.
No. Well, as I say, it depends on the habit, the person, and the thing that wants to be changed. But once you start building on a habit and habit stacking, then you've
Yeah,
got more of an opportunity for it to stick, just like, when you learn to drive a car
yeah.
or you learn to swim.
Well, sorry.
No, no, go on, go on.
I was going to say this has been very helpful for me because I'm going to habit stack from now on, and I'm going to grow my hippocampus. That's what I'm going to do.
That makes me laugh because now I've got an image in my mind of you planting a
Yes,
hippocampus.
on a hippocampus.
That's really good. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of things like if somebody wants to have better health on their teeth, while they're cleaning their teeth, they could build another habit of like flossing, things like that, because they're doing that at the same time, you
I've
know.
I've I've got a habit on cleaning teeth. I use an electric toothbrush. No, I use a manual toothbrush, then an electric toothbrush, and I've been starting to do that. And I got a clean bill of teeth from the dentist the other day.
You should only need to use the electric one because of the
That's what she
pressure.
said. But basically, what ain't broke don't fix.
Okay.
I like the brushing of the other one, and I like it works basically.
Okay.
I like Tanya saying that I don't have problem.
Yeah. No, well, that's it. If it works for you,
Yeah,
it works for you. So that's really, really good.
yeah,
That's good then. So,
yeah.
So one habit that a lot of people might have that they might want to change is procrastination.
What? Yeah.
Do you know, it's where you might put off doing something, so you
Oh,
think longer
yes.
about doing something
Yeah.
than actually doing it.
Yeah.
And a common thing might be where people have got to do their self-assessments. They've got a year to do it, and everybody will rush and leave it to the last 2 weeks to do their accounts.
Yeah.
Or it could be a project or studying, all of these things. So if the sooner people can build a habit
Yeah.
in to just do a little bit each week for like studying for an exam, doing
Yeah.
homework, making rolls.
Making rolls. I think
Okay,
Paul's going to take over that at some point. Paul and Annie are going to take over that. A couple more months, and I won't be doing them.
right then. So you've learnt to habit stack then,
Yeah,
Jonty.
habit stacking. Yeah,
Okay.
that's my new word, habit stacking.
Well, let's see how you get on, shall we, the next
Yeah,
week.
going to the coffee shop in the morning and say I want a habit stack.
Well, how's that going to help?
It's not.
Okay then. All right then. Well, I'm Charlotte Phillips, a clinical hypnotherapist, an NLP practitioner. What is your story, hypnotherapy?
And I'm Jonty, the landlord of the Duke of York, and my blood sugars are too high.
Yeah, and what does it say on your top?
I know.
You are enough.
Yeah, you are enough. Yeah,
See it, don't you?
yeah,
Yeah, the
get there
camera.
in the end.
Okay, thanks very much. Do subscribe and have a lovely week.
Bye
Thanks very
bye.
much.
Bye.
Bye.